Okay, hi everyone. My name is Mr. Young, and I am the Poe Elementary Technologist. This is a very rough and fast video on some teachers had emailed me about parents having trouble with their kids logging into the Houston Independent School District's Digital Resources Hub. So I'm going to try to see what I can do to help. Maybe some settings and just some tips to, since we're all kind of new to this. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to maybe have this in print at some point so you could follow it a little easier. So I'm going to close this and turn this on. Okay, so you should be seeing my desktop right here. Now this is my desktop. It's going to look a lot like yours. Maybe yours has files everywhere and it's a bit messy, but you might notice that I have a couple things on here. See, I have a couple Google icons here. I set these up specifically whenever I need to do something. See, these two are mine, and I have a test student Google Chrome. Let me show you why I did this and how that's going to solve a lot of your problems, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and close this window real quick. Okay, I'm going to show you a couple things. So when I open my Google Chrome browser, I see this, okay? I see my work. This is HISD, and I'm on the SharePoint. And take a look at this. This is actually me logged in as myself, my work as Garland. But I don't want this. The reason why I don't want this is because if I'm giving this to another child or someone else to use, they're going to have access to all of my passwords. Okay, we don't want that. One of the teachers emailed me and said that her problem, the parents was having a really big problem with the kids logging in as the first child is using, the digital resources fine, but the second one can't log in. It keeps logging in the first kid again. That's because it's Google Chrome is just being helpful, memorizing the password of that person here. So here's what I suggest that you do, okay? So when you're on Chrome, I'm gonna go ahead and add someone, okay? So I'm gonna add, it could be that child's name, or it could just be a generic student. If you have more than one, they could still use the same account, but I'm gonna change some settings, okay? So I'm just gonna say student, okay? Now, this isn't going to appear in your home computer. This is an HISD computer, so it's going to keep trying to push me to, sign in because it wants someone from HISD to sign in. So what I'm going to just ignore this. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to see, here's my icon right here, and here are my other accounts. But it says I'm not signed in. It keeps asking me for an email, but I don't really need that. I just need this account to work. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a bookmark bar. And the bookmark bar is going to stay with this particular account. Just like you have your own personal accounts, banking, Netflix, what have you. The parent will have, their own passwords associated with those accounts. You want this to be separate than that. So what you're going to do is you're going to show the bookmarks bar, and then I'm going to just type in something. HoustonISD.org. Oops. .org. Okay. So from this point, let's just say your child needs to go to HoustonISD.org to get the digital resources. I would save some of their bookmarks here. In order to save, it's really easy. You just click on the star, and then you're going to click done, and it's right here. Okay. The other thing is we want them on digital resources. So we're going to do this digital resources. We also want this, okay? And I am going to do it, go ahead and do the star. I'm going to say done. And here's the other thing I really, really need to stress to you guys. We're going to go to settings right here. Okay, we're going to see this screen. I'm going to click on the autofill screen. You could also reach it here. It's going to take you to the exact same place. So we're going to go here. And then for passwords, we do not want it to offer to save passwords. We're going to turn that off. We do not want it to auto sign in. We're going to turn that off because you as the parent have already done this. It remembers all of your accounts and your Amazon login, your eBay login, whatever. And when your child uses that, they're going to remember all those passwords. I mean, it's going to automatically pop up if you're letting them use your Gmail account right here, okay? and you're going to end up with 2 tons of Legos, and you never ordered it. Okay, so that's what I did. I just basically turned off the passwords, and honestly, it's a hassle because the kid has to enter the password every single time. But I'd prefer that because they can remember their S words. We have fifth graders that can't remember their 7-digit number because they don't do it often enough. They just like easy. And I mean, it's human nature to do the easy thing. I think most of you, including myself, I haven't memorized all the numbers on my cell phone. I just do a quick dial and a name. But it would be good for those important people that I memorize their phone numbers in case I don't have my phone. So anyway, those are the two things I need you to do. Okay, I need you to go to settings, save the bookmark bar. You could also put whatever things you want up here. You could add like YouTube if you allow that as a parent. You could do Brain Pop, if you want that, Brain Pop Junior or something like that. Remember, you just click on the start and it'll appear here. So it's going to appear every time. Okay, I'm going to close this window right now. I'm logged in as myself behind this. So when your child goes to the computer, he's going to he or she is going to look for their Google Chrome. They're going to click on that, and when they open that, see, it has all of their information right here. Okay. And then now, the way that we do it at school is the teachers give the child a badge, but they more than likely don't have it at home. So what they're going to have to do is enter, and this was sent out many times before. So they're going to log in with the Active Directory, and then they're going to type this in, student, and then they're going to do this slash. Okay, if you forget, it tells you right down here, domain is student because we have two domains. There's a domain for staff and students. This is the student domain. So this is how they enter the information. They have to type in S, and usually it's always a 7-digit character. I mean, a 7-digit number. If they're missing one, then that's it. And then the password, let me see if, it doesn't show, but the password, I'm just going to go ahead and do it over here, okay? So the password is going to be 2-digit month. So if they were born in January, it'd be 01, 2-digit date. So let's say 23rd. The year, 4-digit year, 2008. That would be their password. Once again, that would go down here. Remember, I can't type it down here because, see, it's not going to show. But that's what you do. Once you sign in, it's going to take your child to the promised land. All those wonderful resources that HISD paid for. I would suggest not using free resources because some resources, are great and they're free, but free is not actually free. So I think, that's pretty much it. I'm going to see how this recording went and upload it. Okay, thanks, guys.